Fuck Venezuela. Take all their shit. Efficient imperialism. Send the Blackhawks, kidnap one guy, in and out, 45 minutes, get trillions.
Efficient imperialism. You're okay with theft now, so you as an individual climbing to the top of what is this kind of like capitalist structure, breaking out of the matrix by building your own wealth. Now you're talking about just supporting people because you didn't like it when you had your stuff stolen, when you were arrested and they started confiscating your Bugattis. I'm sure you didn't like being imprisoned wrongfully. But it's okay for the Venezuelan president and the Venezuelan people to not only be imprisoned, but to have their stuff stolen. It's okay for their nation to be invaded and for scores of people to be murdered by a standing US president. All of that is okay in your book.
If you knew what you were made of, then we would save the world.
So, the bottom G is spiraling hard. Andrew Tate is spiraling hard. Well, actually, I can't even say that with authority because I've never been a big follower. When I say big follower, I've never followed him at all. I think he's a complete idiot. But I've done I've done 3 videos at least on Andrew Tate since his loss to Chase the Moore because I just thought the whole scenario was so hilarious.
This dude's supposed to be a world champion kickboxing. My fucking ass. Look at him bleeding out of his eye. Boom, another one. Oh my god. Getting his ass beat. Bro started giving
Given how much he's damaged his brand and how much he's exposed himself to be a fraud. I've always said he was a fraud. I've always said he was a racist, something that's not raised enough. People say, oh, his dad's black. Those can be sometimes some of the worst racists you'll meet in life. Will be people who have some kind of black in their blood, some kind of ethnic blend. So that doesn't disqualify him from being a racist. He clearly identifies as white or presents as white, but uses his blackness as a pass to be very anti-black. And he seems to be getting worse. He's literally spiraling down. Now, what brings me onto this video, because I actually said in my last video, I'm not doing any more Andrew Tate videos, and those last 3 ones were specifically about the fight. However, this one's about how he's spiraling since the fight and some of the things that he's been doing and the things that he's been saying that are just... Maybe it's normal Andrew Tate. I'm sitting here and I was about to say they're just deplorable. I can't believe someone's saying such ridiculous things, but I guess this is just vintage Andrew Tate, and this is probably why I cut myself off from hearing or seeing any of his content a long time ago. So to me it's shocking. I'm like, wow, is this the guy that, how has this guy got any defenders? He's literally a walking contradiction.
Important, and we discuss all the time. However, truly it's about relationship. That's where true wealth comes from.
You're broke. You're fucking poor. Broke is how they punish the people who do not try.
Nothing he says has any substance to it. He presented himself as this hard guy, as this fighter, and he went in and he got whooped by a guy with pink gloves who everybody unanimously says can't box. He presents himself as the anti-matrix guy, and you're going to see in this video, he is pro-imperialism. Literally, you can't get more matrix than colonialism and imperialism. That literally is the matrix. That is the establishment. That is the largest, most pervasive global establishment that exists. And he represents it fully. And then he says, yo, we got to get out the matrix. Oh, the matrix, this, that, the other. Like, he is a clown. I would love to put gloves on and punch him in the face. Because I can see now he can't box. He presents himself. One thing, he can't box. All of this is just aesthetics. He can't box. Okay, he might beat me in the kickboxing fight using kickboxing rules. That's about it. This dude's soft. This dude is soft. But anyway, that's an aside. That's an aside. I don't normally even go into X. As you can see, my account's not even verified. You can see it on the screen. I don't go into X. It's literally like a cesspit of degeneracy. I'd rather drink sludge than literally have to, you know, engage in this platform for too long. But come with me. I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey if you're like me and you don't go through this platform. At some of the things that Andrew Tate has been doing that I think are more than questionable. Let's have a look. Check this out. So, I'm not going to watch too many. He's got all these crappy movies out. I mean, how people find him anyway inspiring now, because he's such a clown. He's such a clown. So this is his X account. The Matrix had its run. Jail sentences, clown showcases, media manipulation. Well, there's a movie he's got coming out. No one's interested. No one's buying your crap anymore, Andrew. Fake. People cure symptoms and not the cause. Diabetes from being obese, insulin, as opposed to losing weight or never getting fat. It's the same with mental health. Stop trying to make yourself happy again. Do what's necessary and stay happy in the first place. This coming from the guy who, after a combat fight loss, started blaming it on God fatiguing him. He said God reached his finger out of the clouds and instantly fatigued me in round 2. I couldn't fight in the battle anymore. In round 2, I was instantly fatigued by God. So God, that was your coping mechanism. Andrew Tate, please do not give anybody any advice about mental health. You are literally a walking, you need a therapist. Anybody looking at your life would objectively say this guy needs a therapist, because he's clearly performing. His entire life is a performance for other people's approval. Nothing in your life suggests to me that you are internally happy. But hey, maybe I'm just judging. Let's carry on. We're not there yet, guys. Here we go. So here's one that I saw and I was like, what the hell? This guy's just overt with it. Check this out. Black people are the least serious in business. He's just literally calling out the whole race. Yeah, black people are the least serious in business. Very famous black people message me and say, hey, let's talk business. Now, is this a black person, or is this all very famous black people all contacted you at once? I say, sure. They read the message and don't reply again for 7 to 8 days and expect me to give a fuck about them. So this is one person who he's had this interaction with. And then he says black people like unanimously ain't serious. Now, I'm sure that every black person he's met, he hasn't had this exact same scenario, because then you're suggesting that there's some kind of genetic 7 to 8 day reply window that you come across every time you interact with a black person. We know that's not the case. So this is just him once again justifying his overt racism, and he thinks he could talk like this because, hey, my dad's black, I'm half black, I could talk like this because my dad's black. He's a racist. His dad was some CIA barely coloured person, and he thinks that this gives him a pass to talk loosely about black people, and there's too many of these people who get a pass. He's got so many black dick riders, black people that want to be put on. Oh yeah, so they're gonna sit around jerking him off. There's so many black people in this red pill space that love this guy. The guy's a jerk. He's an absolute jerk. He doesn't deserve anybody's respect. Let's carry on because we're not finished yet. It gets more wild. Check this out. So this is his latest venture. Yeah, ooh, top G, I'm a multi-billionaire, selling t-shirts. This is what he's resorted to, selling t-shirts. And look at his t-shirt that he's selling. I know you can see this, but I'm going to zoom in for effect. He's selling t-shirts with the N-word on them. Yeah, and it says, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. So I want you to think about the pathology of this. He's literally just made a tweet where he's condemning black people entirely, saying we're not good at business. But he's producing these t-shirts with the N-word on them, presumably to sell them to his majority white audience, young white audience. So he's basically trying to give the N-word pass to a bunch of young white teens, you know, potentially getting them accosted, assaulted, and rightly so. If you walk around wearing a t-shirt like that, don't walk past me because I'm gonna give you a backhand for sure. Yeah, you bet. Even if you're black, I might have to pull you to the side and just have a word with you. But if you're white and you wear a t-shirt like this and you're around, you've asked me for a fight. You've literally said, hello sir, can we fight? I challenge you to a duel. That's what this t-shirt says to me, yeah? In English, yeah? I'm reading you this t-shirt in Old English. It says, I challenge thee to a duel, yeah? You can't be producing these shirts and send them to your white audience. You're being racially antagonistic. He knows he's being insensitive, so I'm not even going to use that word. Bro, you're a loser. Is this how you get your get back? Because Chase the Moore was mixed race and he punched you up with pink gloves. Is this your little get back? Is this your little get back, eh? I'm Andrew Tate. I'm going to produce t-shirts with the N-word because I can do it. No, tell me up. Listen, Andrew, I'm telling you straight. It's very unlikely we're going to bump into each other, but I would gladly give you a slap. I know you've got bodyguards and a whole bunch of people around you who would, who dick ride you and whatever. But I'm telling you right now, don't turn up around me producing these t-shirts. Yeah, I'll tell you about yourself, and I know a lot of people will tell you about yourself. So carry on thinking that you're this kind of invincible guy. You're pathetic. You really are a pathetic human being. Yeah, you're not tough. Everyone knows that you can't fight now. You're not the top G. You're a bottom. You're a perpetual bottom. And you know what? It's very likely you're probably lying about the amount of wealth you've got as well. I don't even believe you. Your dad's CIA. The very person who you get your name to claim to fame from, oh yeah, my dad black, all this, that and the other. He was CIA. Yeah? Your entire link to blackness is some cool who was in the CIA. Bro, come on, man. Come out of here, man. You're an idiot. You're actually a full-on idiot. But anyway, that's not even it. There's a video that he's made, and I'm going to expose to you what a loser, what an absolute loser this guy is. He did a video in response, and I could go through, he's got so many videos where he just showed himself to be such a clown, but he did a video in response to the kidnapping of the Venezuelan president by Donald Trump. I mean, look at this. I stitched my name into the headrest of my Bugatti, so who take selfies fully exposed, they've swallowed Tate. I mean, bro, seriously, is that you? He's saying this after, what's this, a few days after he got his head punched in. Doesn't that make you feel better? I'm still strong. I could still beat any female in a fight. What a top loser. That's the only thing you top is losing, bro. You're a top loser. There's that t-shirt again. Yeah, I mean, I mean, you just have to like, is this what you're like? Is this it? So now you're not selling any courses. You need a product to replace the courses, and this is what you thought. And people are just posting him getting bottomed in the ring. Yeah, people are just clouding him, saying what an idiot. No one respects you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at your comment section. These are the very people who ride you all the way. None of them are respecting you. You should make this shirt. You get this is this is him. That should be your t-shirt. You loser. But anyway, so like I said, he's got these series of videos. Yeah, capitalism lets you escape the matrix that you fully support. Yeah, because you fully support imperialism, unless you're going to say there's some different matrix that operates outside of the global imperialist agenda, which you completely support. Yeah, so what are we doing here? I feel really sorry for people who still follow this clown at this point. The world is a theater. Let's hear what he has to say here.
Every single thing you are told is theater. It is a simulation, and nothing that you are being told about anything is true.
So he's telling himself here, basically, you're definitely a theater. You're with your dad who's in the CIA. Yeah, you're definitely a theater. There's nothing about you that's genuine. The sad thing is you sold this idea that you're freeing people and that you're fighting against anything, and you're 100% a manufactured plant. 100%. There's no two ways about it. You're a manufactured plant. You're a manufactured CIA plant. Your dad's the CIA. You've got some fictitious backstory, and you came from nowhere, and all of a sudden, kaboom, you have this global notoriety, and you've done nothing to earn that. That means that you are this theater that you're talking about.
The main reason for this is because nobody gives a fuck what you think. What they want you to do is to comply and obey. So they will tell you whatever truth is most convenient for your compliance. not whatever truth actually happens to be true. Remember COVID?
I remember you. I remember you. You're just a walking contradiction. This guy's got literally no substance whatsoever. Nothing that he says has any credibility or weight to it. He's telling on himself. He's literally talking about the world being a theatre. Oh yeah, don't believe anything you see. Is sitting in front of an American flag and showing, I don't know, was that a graphic of the colonized world and we're supposed to take you seriously? See, this is the thing. When people claim that Andrew Tate is anti-establishment, I'm anti-establishment, I'm against the Matrix, I always ask people who make that claim a very simple question. What part of the establishment does he challenge? Because he's white supremacist. Okay, that's a major part. I mean, that's the major part of the establishment. Well, he's white supremacist. Okay, he's pro-war. Yeah, he's pro-capitalism. So I'm just sitting here wondering exactly what part of the establishment are you challenging? He's a misogynist. Everything he does, literally, is for the propping up of the very establishment that essentially imprison the entire world. He represents every single part in its most extreme form. He is like extreme establishment, and he's sitting there shirtless in front of an American flag showing the colonized world, and then he's sitting there saying, oh, don't believe anything they say, remember COVID? Flipping clown.
They lie to you to make you do what they want.
And you lied to them to get £50 a month for your Hustlers University. Oh man, for your Fiddlers University, yeah, because that's what you are. Yeah, you are. Everyone knows what you are. You're a predator. So you hustle every month for your Predators University. Well done. This guy's such a clown. I know I can't listen to much more what he says. I need to get to this video because otherwise this is going to be a really hard slog. Nothing he says, I want America to win. Who's America for? Let's have a quick look at this one.
As imperfect as the American empire is, as much faggotry and femme-centric, gynocratic bullshit we have to deal with.
So did you hear that? That's tree, femme-centric, and guy. So that's 3 attacks on females there. So essentially, the only thing he can see wrong with American hegemony is females. So women are the entire problem. Men good. Man good. America would be perfect if it was just men, because God knows all of the problems with imperialism, colonialism, genocides, and slavery, all of that was matriarchy, wasn't it? It was matriarchy that caused that. It was feminism. Yeah, that was when this world started turning bad, when women started getting power. Before then, the world was perfect, wasn't it? A perfect utopia.
I would argue we will not be any more free or have any better a life when China is the global superpower. I would argue that we'll have more problems. Same with Russia, because I'm not Russian.
But you're not American, bro.
I was born in America. I'm a Western man. And as much as I dislike certain things about the American empire, the way of life I know, my mental model that I operate within, requires America to be the world's #1 superpower.
I was established by the CIA, and of course you do. And you only probably got a problem with Europe now because you got arrested in Bulgaria. But before then, you were like, this is the best place in the world. Bulgaria, we can tax dodge it, or we can do everything we want. Flipping moron. Sorry, this guy's just got me so irritated. Have a look at this tweet. Have a look at this tweet if you're not sure about how much of an asshole this guy is. The left heard a white woman got shot by ICE and were instantly enraged without ever seeing the footage to ascertain whether it was justified or not. The right wanted to see the footage first to objectively construct an opinion on whether it was justified or not. Me, I didn't care about the footage. I already knew it was justified. I don't care if she drove at them or not. Should have stayed home. Fafo, mag dump, bye. I hope no one's feeling pity for this guy. I really genuinely hope that no one is feeling pity for this guy. This guy doesn't deserve anybody's pity or understanding. If you didn't get your full LOLs in when this guy got battered by pink gloves, that's your miss. You missed out. That was your opportunity. You should be laughing at this guy. He is a clown. He is a clown. Anyway, I still haven't got to the video. That's how horrible this guy is. I can't wait for the racists to find out how many brown kids I'm making. To be honest with you, and I know all of these videos I'm passing are probably equally as bad, but then I don't want to review his whole entire page. I haven't got time for that. There's a specific one. I'm probably going to end up reviewing all of these. Depending on how many views this video gets, I might go through all of Andrew Tate's disgusting content, clowning this fool. Why is he always sitting around wearing basically nothing? What's wrong with him, man? And you saw how he stands when he's about to fight as well. His hips were all like...
King Cobra!
Why are you gay?
he's very suspect. Let's put it that way, because his hatred for women, I think I read more into it than just misogyny. This guy has definitely got issues. His hatred for women seems like he just doesn't like them, as in he doesn't like being around them. He doesn't like their company. He only ever wants to be around male energy. Here we go. The truth about Venezuela. So this is where we were trying to get to. 20 minutes into this video. It's hard with him. There's so much content to cover because he's such a prick. But anyway, let's start this from the jump.
Fuck Venezuela. Take all their shit. I'm against these long, prolonged boots on the ground, let's launder trillions, thousands of death, bullshit wars, Afghanistan garbage. I'm against that. But I am for efficient imperialism. Send the Blackhawks, kidnap one guy, in and out, 45 minutes, get trillions.
Efficient imperialism. So, Andrew, what about all of your subscribers in Venezuela? Yeah? You're okay for them, for their nation's wealth to be stolen. You're okay with theft now. So, because before I thought it's all about self-actualization. It's all about you as an individual climbing to the top of what is this kind of like capitalist structure, breaking out of the matrix by building your own wealth, and you do that by your own essentially hard work and your own ingenuity, making the right moves. Because you didn't like it when you had your stuff stolen, when you were arrested and they started confiscating your Bugattis.
Weeks after police came for their owner, they returned for his cars. The power of a Ferrari paralysed in the grip of a dowdy police truck. Insurance against any future compensation claims from victims, but also a sign that investigators here are confident.
Whatever the truth about life behind these walls, its secrets are now being scrutinised by investigators. This fleet of luxury cars, the toys of a successful businessman, or the proceeds of a trafficking ring.
And confiscating and making it so you can access your wealth. I'm sure you didn't like being imprisoned wrongfully. I'm sure you didn't like being imprisoned wrongfully, but it's okay for the Venezuelan president and the Venezuelan people to not only be imprisoned, but to have their stuff stolen. It's okay for their nation to be invaded and for scores of people to be murdered by a standing US president. All of that is okay in your book. And this is the guy that you guys want to follow.
Bro, let's take all of it. Let's take Colombia. Let's take Mexico. Let's take all of Europe. Bro, I wish America would just invade Europe.
To hear what this guy's saying. Now, you have to think that you have to start understanding that this guy's a CIA plant at this point. So it makes you wonder what's going on. You know, it does make you wonder what's going on here. This guy is a CIA plant.
Greenland. What the fuck are Denmark gonna do? What the fuck are Denmark gonna do? Nothing. Take their shit, bro. Take it. Why are we leaving South America to these fucking South Americans, these fucking Mexicans?
And I get part of his thing is that he thinks he's quite funny. I think Andrew Tate in his head thinks he's very funny. He thinks people are watching this and laughing. So there's going to be an element of hyperbole to this. There's going to be an element of, you know, caricature. He's just kind of like playing up to the camera. But when someone has millions of followers and something as sensitive as a nation being invaded, you know, a neo-imperialist attempt, which succeeded obviously, to kidnap a president, and then the president of the United States basically saying, we're going to illegally acquire the wealth and distribute the wealth of this nation, like plunging us back into really pre-World War II style kind of Gestapo invasion attempts. When stuff like that happens, it is quite serious. It does have implications. It has real life implications for people who live in that region, has real life implications, makes people feel very insecure, very fearful, very worried about the future. And you're just sitting there making a big joke about it because I'm Andrew Tate. Like, this guy is the worst. Honestly, he's absolutely deplorable. And I want him, look, he's still got his black eye. That's why he's bitter about, because he's still showing the war marks of getting himself pounded, absolutely pounded, demolished, violated, abused, and run through by Chase the Moore. And he's still bitter, sitting there talking, oh, take all their stuff. You better worry that someone don't come and take your stuff, yeah? You better worry that the pink glove mafia don't walk up into your apartment and slap you about, you little hobo.
Anyone with a brain knows Mexico and below is all one big Mexico. Just a bunch of fucking Mexicans.
A little bit of casual racism because I'm Andrew Tate and I'm mixed. I'm ambiguously raced, so I can be racist against everybody and everybody finds it funny. Anyone who's still following this guy, man, why are you doing this at this point?
I'm from Argentina. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Honduras. You're a bunch of Mexicans. If you saw a man from Honduras breaking into your car and you called the police, you'd be like, hey, there's a Mexican breaking into my car. They're Mexicans. Leaving it to a bunch of fucking Papacito. What are they even doing with these countries? Papacito, Shakira. They got all these countries, all this oil, and you talk to them for 5 minutes and they're just fucking dancing around.
I'm glad I've frozen it on that frame to show you what a clown this guy is.
Papacito. It's fucking stupid. Take their shit, bruv. Send the army. Take their shit. Fuck these people.
You know,
America should...
He reminds me of one of those real tryhards in high school who desperately wants people to be their friend, desperately wants to make people laugh, just doing too much. You know, by looking at Andrew and Tristan Tate, they're both a pair of dorks. Like, he's always talking about nerds. Oh, you know you're a nerd if you're this and nerd and dorks. Like, you are a nerd, you are a dork. And you fooled people into thinking you were more than a dork by giving them this fake backstory of being this top world champion kickboxer, which has been exposed for the fallacy that it is. And now you're back to being a dork. Everyone can see it. You're a dork. And you know what? People won't be scared to say it to your face anymore. Yeah, you're a dork with money. You're a dork plant. You're a dork with CIA links. You're a dork that knows how to scam people, but you're still a dork. You are a dork, Andrew Tate. Like, stop it. You're doing too much, man.
Take everyone's shit while it's still capable. While there's a few white guys left, because they're the most competent. Send the Delta Force.
More casual racism there. Appealing for white. Oh, accept me as a full white person. Oh, yes. Oh, white people are better. This, that, and the other. White people didn't help you when you were in the ring getting your ass whooped by Chase the Moore, bro. This kind of like far right swing that he's gone through. It's why are you making NIGGA shirts if it's only white people that you want to appeal to now? So clearly you're trying to normalize racism. You want to build up racial tensions. You want to create, like, what are you, like, you're just like, he's just the worst human being, I swear.
Or to take absolutely everybody's stuff. That's the way the world has always worked.
You're not white. You're not white. And this is, you're not white.
There's no such thing as international law. There's just violence. And who has the most guns. That's the way everything works.
Well, at least that's the first correct thing he said. That is true.
Law isn't real. I've said to you guys for a very long time, law isn't real. It's an empire of lies. The idea of law and order is all made up. But
you know the one thing that you didn't say, at least you're saying, you didn't say that you support the empire. You didn't say you support the matrix. You saying, yeah, all of this is real and it's bad and I'm against it and I'm going to tell you how to get out of it. I'm going to tell you how to maneuver. I'm Andrew Tate. But now you're saying, oh yeah, take all their stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Like, oh, walking contradiction.
Who has guns? They arrested me and threw me in jail when I did nothing wrong because they had guns. That's it. America's got fucking guns. Let's take everyone's shit.
Why are you saying let's? They did that to you. You literally just contradicted yourself. They arrested you. They threw you in jail. And all we got was your pity party moaning. You still complain about it to this day. You're moaning about it all the time. You complain about it like it was some massive injustice, even though you deserve to be in prison. Why you're free, I do not know. We've seen the videos of the kind of things that you confessed to doing when you had your little cam girl, scam girl center, and the kind of abuse that you put those girls through. I wish you were rotting in prison, but hey, you're out here, you're in the public, you're still literally creating psychopaths like yourself, trying to tell people that you know more about mental health than mental health professionals do. And you're out here now advocating for the same kind of violence, the same kind of unjustness that put you in prison. You're advocating for it to be done to whole nations. You are literally a walking contradiction.
While we have Trump in charge, 100% for Venezuela. Let's take Colombia too. Let's take all their shit. And by the way, while I'm on this fucking subject, any man who is down there in Latin America is collateral damage. If you're some American who's down there passport broing and you get hit by a fucking Black Hawk depleted uranium round right in the fucking dome, you deserve it. Because those girls look like fucking housemaids, bruv.
Wow. Luckily, you're not. Are you still in Bulgaria? Probably not. Yeah? Or Romania or wherever the hell Eastern Bloc country that you were in. Because the same could have happened there. And you trying to, I mean, like, collateral damage. Once again, the casual racism. It's like, dude, man, this guy's he's just a loser, man.
Anyone who says Latinos is hot is poor. If you have real money, you have a Russian or a Ukrainian. If you,
I mean, seriously, is that... Seriously? First of all, the whole notion that you need to... proves that you need to buy women, okay? Because what you're talking about sounds like the currency of the escort business. It doesn't sound like real life. You wouldn't actually need real money to get a Russian or Ukrainian if in fact you were a real man. If you really desired to have a Russian or Ukrainian woman, it wouldn't be that big a deal. My brother used to date a Ukrainian girl. I didn't like her, but actually I did like her. She was actually quite nice. But whatever, he never ended up with her. But the point being that it wasn't a big deal. He didn't need any money for that. It wasn't, and she was very pretty, by the way, in terms of that standard of beauty. If you're into that, she was in the top tier of that end. Not my standard, but it was his standard. He liked it, and well, cool. It was good for him. He didn't need money to get there. So this whole idea, oh, you're poor. Like, first of all, I think Latino women are attractive, and objectively, I think they're more attractive than Russian and Ukrainian women. You think they're unattractive because you're racist. That's all there is to it. And that's fine. It's okay. People have their different preferences, but don't put it down to people only liking a certain kind of woman because they're poor. Okay, after black women, I'd say, in my view, Latino women are the next most attractive women. But that's my personal preference, probably as a black man having those kinds of preferences. You can't turn around and say that's only because you're poor, because I know for a fact you'd say much worse things about black women. This kind of talking point, how can anyone take this guy as a serious human being, as a serious guru, as someone to listen to? There's nothing that he presents that has any value. He is literally the worst kind of human being, and there's too many people like this clown who have a voice these days.
for real money, you're pimping in Dubai. But when you're broke on $3,000 a month,
Wait a second, in Dubai, what women are you getting in Dubai? Because I know you're not talking about Emirati women, because A, there's just not that many of them, and B, they don't really play that way. So you're talking about all of the immigrants that come to Dubai. So you throw these things out there, but who are you talking about? Because Dubai is just a place like, kind of like Miami, where you just get a conglomerate of loads of different people from different nations, loads of different women from all over the world. So that kind of defeats your point. It's not like you're talking about an indigenous population of women there that you're pimping Arab women, or, pimping Emirati women. No, you're not. Like you're such an idiot.
you go down to Colombia and go, the women are so feminine here. She hasn't even got a fucking pedicure. She's got flat feet, bruv. flat feet and fucking flip-flops on. She looks like my housemaid. I hired 5 of those little motherfuckers to clean my penthouse in Dubai.
My penthouse in Dubai. Why are you talking like that for? And what's the big... I mean, such an idiot, man. Such a clown.
Latin girl, this fucking obsession with Latinas. I go to Nicaragua to get my girls. You're a faggot.
What's wrong with you, Andy? Look, Andrew, is it do Latina women not find you attractive? Because I could believe that. You got a little peanut head that's it's funny shape as well. I mean, you can see it perfectly here. You got a little funny shaped peanut head, and to be honest with you, you go to certain nations and there's not really a big difference between your wealth and anybody else's wealth who's coming from the West. So you might find it too hard to compete there because, you know, you're just competing with other Westerners who might not be billionaires or multi-millionaires, but their wealth is still enough to attract the women. And you seem bitter about that. I think that's a much more plausible reason you're making this argument. But hey, that's just me. That's just me.
Latinas aren't hot. The only hot Latinas that exist are already in Miami. Therefore, any man who's down there trying to fuck these ogres is also collateral damage. Send the Blackhawks. Kill any man who's obsessed with Latinas. Anyone who's in the way of our bullet deserves it. Uncle Sam's bullets. Don't get in our way. Give us your fucking oil. Fuck Papacito. Fuck international law. Fuck all of it. Venezuela's now ours. It belongs to the Trump family.
This is what you call desperation. I can't watch any more of this. I've kind of like shown you what I can. This guy really is a POS. And this is desperation. This is someone desperately trying to regain lost aura. Okay? He's taken a massive L. And now he's spiraling. He's thought, let me lean into my Tateism. Let me lean into my Tateism. You know, let me be really outlandish and I'm gonna be more brash and outspoken and racist than I ever been. And I'm gonna back Trump and this, that. And yeah, you better back Trump. You better get those people on side because you don't want to spend life in prison. Yeah, because you are someone who has violated several international laws with your acts, and you know at any moment, any drop of a dime, you could go back to prison. So you carry on getting Trump on side. But one thing you ain't gonna do is get your clout back. Andrew Tate is a clown. I've got absolute zero respect for this guy. I was actually feeling sorry for him by the time I got to my 3rd video, but you know what? At this point now, I feel like I might just clown him for a whole entire series because he really is. I might even make a anti-Andrew Tate series and just kind of like periodically revisit this idiot and get paid whilst I'm clowning this guy because he doesn't deserve anything less than that. And that's all I'm going to give you for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
If you knew what you were made of, then we would say